So in screening test, we have some points to discuss. What are the points? The first point is we have to see the likelihood ratio. What is likelihood ratio? Likelihood ratio is the sensitivity by 1 minus specificity. That is called likelihood ratio. The other way is called positive likelihood ratio. So more positive likelihood ratio, okay, better it is. Okay. Suppose there are 3 tests, test A, test B, test C. The likelihood ratio of test A is 10, likelihood ratio of test B is 8, likelihood ratio of test C is 7. So which is the best screening test? It is a test A. Okay. Then negative likelihood ratio. Usually they ask positive likelihood ratio in the exam and it is interpretation. Make a note of it. Okay. So negative likelihood ratio is equal to specificity by. Students, one more thing. When you calculate in the exam, this is not 1. This you take it as 100 in exam purpose for calculation. Then specificity by 1 minus sensitivity. 1 minus specificity by sensitivity. I write it again. One minus specificity by sensitivity, that is called negative ratio. Less the negative likelihood ratio, better is the test. Okay. Suppose test A, B, C, the negative ratio of the test is A is 3, B is 6, and the C is 4. A is the best test. Okay. Then we have something called ROC curve. ROC curve is the interpretation, statistical representation of this sensitivity by 1 minus specificity. So what is the rule? Okay, suppose there are 4 ROC curves. Which one is the best? The upper curve is the best. Okay. So these are the concepts which I wanted to stress. There is positive likelihood ratio, negative likelihood ratio, ROC curve. And similarly, when you sometimes the question asked like this, there's one more curve. There are 4 curves are given. Which is the best to fix the cutoff? There's a this curve. You got it. ROC curve is to fix the cutoff. Okay. So we have seen epidemiology and screening. Okay. Now we are going to do the next thing that is called systematic review meta-analysis. Okay. In the evidence pyramid, which is the best study design is the systematic review meta-analysis. Okay. Systematic review meta-analysis is the highest order evidence. Now, recent update, there are much more reviews has come. One is called umbrella review. Umbrella review is systematic review of systematic review. Next is network meta-analysis. These are recent updates. Last year only it has come. Whereas it is meta-analysis of meta-analysis. Okay, this is the systematic, as of now for the MCQ purpose, systematic meta-analysis is the your exam point of view. In meta-analysis, you will do a plot. What is that plot? This is called forest plot. Forest plot will show the graphical representation of the various studies and its effect. That is called forest plot. And in meta-analysis, you have something called file drawer effect. Okay. What is this file drawer effect? All of you have drawer in the home. When you open, some useless files will come sometimes. So that is called publication bias occurred due to because of a lot of errors. That is called file drawers effect. There is another effect called apple and oranges effects. That is also seen in meta-analysis. Okay, so these are the various points which I want to mention. I want to mention about the level of evidence pyramid. This evidence pyramid was proposed by David Socket, where highest level of evidence is provided by systematic meta-analysis, followed by the cohort study, then case control study, then cross-sectional study, then case series, then case report, then ecological study it will come. Okay. So highest level of evidence should be given by the systematic meta-analysis. Now the recent update is systematic review of the systematic review, not the systematic review. Systematic review is you already take the published studies and you do one review, that is called systematic review. If you do analysis of the results in the studies published, that is called meta-analysis. So umbrella review is systematic review. Network meta-analysis, meta-analysis of meta-analysis. Okay. So sensitivity by 1 minus specificity will come under positive likelihood ratio. So I want to remember the point, more positive likelihood ratio, better is the test result. So now you have three tests that are coming to you, test A, test B, test C. You have been provided with sensitivity and specificity of the test. How would you determine whether it is a good test or bad test? Okay, you have to calculate likelihood ratio. Okay, suppose there are three tests, test A, B, C. Sensitivity is 18, specificity is 90. Sensitivity is 70, specificity is 100. Test C, sensitivity is 100, specificity is 80. How will you calculate? So you have to calculate the likelihood ratio. So sensitivity by 1 minus specificity, this will comes around 8. I told no, this is not 1, it is 100. So sensitivity, this is around 70. Okay, so that is 100 minus 100 is okay. And normally this scenario will not occur. It is not non-commendable. Suppose specificity is 90. 100% specificity is not be there. So again it is 7. 100 minus 100 by 20, it is 5. Which is the best test? It comes around the test number A, where the likelihood ratio is more. So ROC curve is a receiver operator characteristic curve used to determine fix the cutoff of the screening test. In the screening test, suppose I will do the screening test, whether which cutoff I should fix, whether to proceed for diagnostic test or not. That is the ROC curve. So the upper curve is the uppermost part of the curve you should take. Okay, so to determine the area under the curve. This area is called area under the curve. Okay. So the screening test is another very important thing. The application of tests or examinations or procedures to the apparently healthy individuals. It should be safe, it should be valid, and it should be reliable. Okay, reliable, because on repeated thing we will be able to produce the same results, and valid, it should be accurate. In other words, the validity of the screen test is tested by sensitivity, specificity, positive predictive value, negative predictive value. Okay. And I want to stress on another important thing, that is prescriptive screening, prospective screening. Prospective screening is the prevention of the disease into the community. Prescriptive screening is prescribing a test to the population. Okay. So with this, we have completed the screening part.